vegetables, food, leaves, newspapers, construction debris, chemicals from a factory, candy wrappers, disposable diapers, and also radioactive materials. People have always produced waste, but as industry and technology have evolved and the human population has grown, waste management has become increasingly complex. A primary objective of waste management is to protect the public and the environment from potentially harmful effects of waste. Throughout history, there have been four basic methods of managing waste, which is dumping it, burning it, finding another use for it, which is reuse and recycling, and not creating the waste in the first place. How those four methods are utilized depends on the waste being managed. Not only they are not biodegradable, but also disposing of them has their own risks as they release harmful toxins into the air, surrounding soil and groundwater. For next information about our issue, we will continue with Ms. Shazra.
Okay, thank you, Miss Atika from studio. I, Shazra from TVI channel, will tell you more information about this issue, which is disposing waste. Do you know that this issue was hot in our country? From this disposing waste, incinerating waste also causes a problem where some waste will rot, but not at all, such as plastic. Because of the plastic can't rot, incinerating waste also occurs when we incinerate the plastic. It can produce toxic substances such as dioxins. Okay, for we know more about this information, this issue, we will go to meet our first authority. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I with Miss Asmira from Environmental Department. I here want to ask her further about this issue, which is disposing waste. Okay, Miss Asmira, can I ask you one question? As we know, this issue is not too serious, and this issue still can be overcome. So, what is your action as Assistant Chairman of Environmental Department? Can you explain this issue further with your opinion?
We will organize the Greenpeace campaign. In general, campaign can be seen as one of many communication tools that organization can use in order to bring the message. Greenpeace will never ever stop fighting for a greener, healthier world for our oceans, forests, food and climate, no matter what will happen.
Asmira, can I ask you one question? Last question. What can you say to all people outside about this issue, which is disposing waste, so they would not worry about this issue?
We will work together to stop the destruction of the environment using peaceful, direct action and creative communication. We don't just identify problem, we will create the solution.
Okay, Pak Asmira, thank you for your tips. Okay, Miss Asmira, thank you for your cooperation in this issue. I will interview Miss Ilani from Department of Environment Malaysia in Household E-Waste. Okay, Miss Ilani, I want to ask you one question about this issue. How do waste such as plastic will risk our environment?
Okay, thank you. As we know, almost every individual use the plastic bag for nearly every purchase in their store. However, we must know that the bad effect of plastic bag if used under control. We also have to know that the plastic bag gets into soil and slowly release the toxic chemical. They eventually break down into the soil, with the unfortunate result being that animals eat them and often choke and die. Okay. It shows that the plastic bag not only damage the diversity on the land, but also can affect the diversity in the water.
Then, Miss Ilani, as I know, plastic does not rot. And can I know how last plastic will last in the ocean?
Oh, okay. Plastic is made to be strong and durable, so it can take a long time to damage. Plastic are very hard materials, so they also hard to break down unless you burn them. This fact also are very shocked. They are state Malaysia is the 8th largest producer of mismanaged plastic waste in the world. It is estimated that between 0.14 to 0.37 million tons of our plastic may have been washed into the oceans. So, now try imagine that in our ocean, there are no more of diversity in the water, but just plastic bags on the surface of water. Now, try ask to ourselves, will there be more fish or plastic in our sea? Because of that, everyone should look this problem seriously.
Okay, Ms. Leilani, lastly, I want to ask you, in your opinion, what can we do to control this issue?
Okay. The solution to all this stuff is on the land, and it has to do with changing our supply, change around packaging, how we use packaging, and how we take care of packaging. We need to put a stop to plastic waste dumping in the country. The environmental and health cost is severe. We'll put pressure on various ministries in the next day. Okay. They also have research have shown that the plastic bag alternative such as paper bag and cotton tote bags are actually more environmentally unfriendly than plastic bags. Here I hope people out there to become alert of our problem and take this action seriously. So I want to give advice to all of you. Do not buy things that you don't need, but you just need. Because of that, taking your own shopping bags, that means you don't need to use the plastic carrier bags with you anymore. Remember, not just speak, but take the action.
Okay, Ms. Leilani, thank you for your information. I hope our people at the outside can use this information to save our Earth. Thank you.
At least, everyone must be aware about our environment because if the destruction of environment occurs, it will give a negative effect on our Earth. Human ways of life have placed pressure on the environment and have caused imbalance in the ecosystem by the producing, consuming and wasting of natural resources. Our country have major effects on the environment due to new generation with economic development since the natural resources are used and waste pollution are produced. Therefore, the concern toward the management of solid waste as an integral part of sustainable development has increased. Proper waste disposal of a great importance to every area. Clear and strict action must be taken today to avoid costly and environmentally compromising and for disposing of our waste in the future. Therefore, the government can play an important role towards that end in proposing policy and techniques that will handle this issue in an innovative and sustainable manner. Big thanks to the people who made effort to spread the word and continue to be service to other people.
Thank you for watching TVI channel. Till we meet again. Bye.